What?
like,
What the heck?
aliens? Like, where did
What?
the aliens come from? Why are they being
I,
shot at?
there's a good 10 minutes of him flying a ship with an alien. It's like, that's random as hell.
Welcome back to Festive Trees, a holiday edition of Trees in Space, the podcast where we boldly go where no reviewer has gone before, slaying through every movie genre, fueled by fan opinions and questionable nostalgia, and our own merry hot takes. This week, Jason and I unwrapped the 1979 rated R comedy Monty Python's Life of Brian. I'm your host for this episode, Nate Hanks, and with me, as always, is the man with the coldest face on the internet, Jason Smith. Jason, wonderful to see you.
Thank
Kinda.
you. I appreciate the intro. I like the change because I have shaved.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Actually, it's not been that long because in some of the ones we just released from the vault, think I was shaved in those too. So it looks like it's continuing correctly. I'm doing good. This was a this movie. This I've never seen it before. I
Uh,
saw bits and pieces, like I see it on the TV. I was a teenager or whatever, and partying and be on TV, people laughing. I'm not really watching. So I knew parts of it, but I did not know the whole story.
I have fallen asleep to this movie. I was
I can
recommended
see
to
that.
me in high school by my history teacher, I think. And he's like, "Oh, it's a really good movie." I borrowed it, and I definitely fell asleep watching it. So this is
So
kind
your
of my
history
first time.
teacher in high school
Yeah,
gave you a VHS cassette,
DVD.
I'm gonna guess, DVD of a rated R movie with two naked folks.
Technically
I
three.
think I don't remember the third, but you have to explain that one to me once you get into the movie. But I
Hmm.
think he should go to jail for trying to influence a child.
It was my senior year.
Sicko. Don't care you're still a child. Disgusting.
No, actually, I was 18 because it was
Was it
my
after
birthday.
in February?
Yeah, because it was
Okay.
like towards the summertime. So it was towards the end of the
He's still
year.
going to
I
prison,
think, maybe.
Mr. I'm
No,
joking. No, I'm just.
no idea.
What's
Anyway,
this movie about?
yeah, well, so it's Festive Trees. So this year's Festive Trees is us picking movies that are holiday related, and I picked Life of Brian. So, Brian Cohen is an average young Jewish man, but through a series of ridiculous events, he gains a reputation as the Messiah. When he's not dodging his followers or being scolded by his shrill mother, the hapless Brian has to contend with the pompous Pontius Pilate and
Pilot.
acronym obsessed members of the separatist movement, rife with Monty Python's signature absurdity. The tales finds Brian's life periling biblical lore, albeit with many more laughs.
Yeah, I will say that I did enjoy the commentary of political and religious beliefs of that this was making fun of.
Oh my God. The
The
fact
fact
that
that
this was in 1979 and it sticks now is
the whole
remarkable.
we're the Jewish separated army. Oh no, we're not. No, we're the
The
Japanese
Jewish
the
separatist movement.
movement. No, we're the movement that covers the Jew. Like there's three of them. Like you traitor! It's like they're doing the same stuff, but they're destroying each other because of the one small difference. And I'm like, that was so funny to me. Like especially when they're in the tombs trying to kidnap Pontius's wife or whatever, and they start fighting each other because
Yeah.
of whatever reason.
And then he's like,
And
we
I'm
all
just
share a common enemy.
Surely we should be united against the common enemy. The Judean people's front.
So, and
and they
yeah.
named the third group the third group that they're fighting. No, the Romans.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yes. It's
Uh,
like
the beginning of the movie. So I think the reason why this movie is considered a Christmas movie is because Brian and Jesus were born on the same day. And the three
apparently.
wise men go to Brian's house by accident. And I loved when Brian's mom was like, "Oh, he's a Capricorn?
Yeah.
All Capricorns are the king of the Jews."
That was good. That was very funny. And I like it when she's trying to go away. And he goes, "We brought frankincense and myrrh and gold." Oh, well, why did you
Gold,
say so?
come
You
here,
brought gold. You brought gold. Come here.
gold. Jason has an
Give me the voice.
impression.
No, apparently I get it.
Um, I also thought that
Oh,
this movie was so far ahead of its time with Stan or Loretta, the gentleman who just wanted to be able to have babies. I was like, wow, this was 1979. Like,
yeah, they were making fun of that.
oh, I mean, I just thought it was impressive that that was even just like a
Well, I mean,
thought.
there's
Like
nothing
the
new under the sun, so we all, but and I've actually seen that part of that clip on TikToks recently,
hmm,
because it was ahead of its time.
yeah,
And back to the Three Wise Men, I thought it was great how
yeah,
they went back in there and
it
they
grabbed all
grabbed
the
their stuff
stuff.
back because they found Jesus right down the road. That was pretty good. Um, I, the guy that plays Brian, the actor,
Yeah,
I've watched many. I say I've watched many Monty Python movies, but apparently I have not. I watched the show. I don't know who this is. Was he an actor or was he actually with Monty
he's
Python?
he's
And
King Arthur in Holy Grail.
is he King Arthur?
Yeah,
Wow. He looks so different.
I think. I
He does
mean,
to me anyway.
his beard's a little bit shorter, and he's not
Yeah.
wearing a
The
crown.
the difference is between you and me. How different. My beard's a little bit shorter. We would never be mistaken for the same person.
No.
Um, but the it didn't really get into him being like the Jesus person until after the Roman legion goes into that one room. And I love where they hide. I love the fact they're hiding, and that they're under a
Oh,
table. They got a blanket
yeah.
over them, and
And all
then
the
he
Romans go in and they're like,
yeah.
oh, we didn't find anything. And they'll come back out. They go back in, find a spoon.
I was like, very good. That was like, but then he falls on the one dude and he starts preaching,
Yeah.
and then that's when they started following him, which I thought was great because he's like, oh no, never mind. He goes, it must be a secret, so he must be the Messiah. That was so great because he wouldn't say anything.
Right. Oh, yeah. And they're like, the holy gourd is the gourd. And he's like, oh,
Hmm.
no, it's the sandal. And then they split off into separate like factions because some are believing that the gourd is.
Yes,
And it's like, what if Jesus didn't do anything? Like maybe just
yes.
everybody just you tell everybody to leave him alone and
He said, just leave me alone. Fuck off. It's like,
yeah, they're like he's like, all right, fine, I am the Messiah. All right, what do you want me to do? Fuck
fuck
off.
off.
What?
Well, what sort of chance does that give me? All right, I am the Messiah. He is. He is the Messiah. Now, fuck off. How shall we fuck off, oh Lord?
How would you like us to fuck off? I was like, okay, the more we're talking about, the more I'm laughing because I had laughed a few times at this, especially the ridiculousness of the different separatist movements against Rome. I love the making the plans all the time. We're gonna make this plan, and we need 1 second to one to second this, so we can have this plan to go forward. But they never leave the room. They
Right.
just stay locked up in there.
Well, and then I really found it funny when they were talking and he's like, what have the Romans done for us? And they're like, the
Yes.
aqueduct and sanitation,
Sanitation,
roads,
security,
uh,
agriculture,
irrigation, education.
irrigation.
They're like wine. Like, oh yeah, if they take away the
All right,
wine, that'd be
right.
really bad.
It's like,
Would really miss that.
and then he goes, well, outside of it, and he names all 10 of them. What have they done for us?
Yeah. It
It's
was,
like,
I think someone was like public baths or something
yes, yes,
and safety.
that was safety. I was just like, this is so because once again, and I'm not getting political here, but a lot, like you said, it was happening in, I guess, in Jesus's time. They were making fun of that
Yeah.
in the 70s, early 80s, and now it's like people are arguing against Rome, but what bad because they've done well. If it wasn't for they did this, all these wonderful things. Oh yeah, I guess they did do it, but I don't care.
Yeah.
and rightfully so because they were under their rule. I don't mean rule like they weren't because they were being told what they can and cannot do. But yeah, that was that. It was almost like Monty Python was making fun of the Jews there, and
Uh, what about biggest Dickus?
I don't think it was that funny. I don't. What I
Oh,
don't understand is the aliens.
oh my God. I was like,
What the heck?
aliens? Like, where the fuck
Like
did
what?
the aliens come from? Why are they being
I,
shot at?
there's a good 10 minutes of him flying his ship with an alien. It's like that's random as hell. I've never seen something so random in any movie I've ever seen. Seriously, it's the
It doesn't fit at all.
that was like, well, that was random. I mean, it's like, then he crashes and comes out, and this is the callback. Lucky bastard. So I guess the guy who getting chained up like that in the jail cell. They
Oh,
must love you.
you must
You
love
spit on
you.
me.
You get spat at. I don't get spat at.
See how
Oh,
much I
oh,
would
you
give to
did
get
it
spat
again.
on. How much I'd give to get spat on. They put me down once a day for 20 minutes for
Oh.
this.
And
Oh.
killing in the name of Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Love that line. Like, um, oh, and I also love the in unison crowd when Caesar or the Roman
Oh yes, yes.
and everybody's just at the exact or no, this is it when
I thought
mom
you
is
meant like your
addressing,
mom was at the window, and I love the
yeah,
mom.
and she's like, and that someone was like, oh, we're gonna kill in the name of Brian or something like that,
Yep.
and everybody's answering her at the same time. Like,
Yes,
that had to be really hard to shoot.
it had to be, and they did a really good job. And I like whoever played the mother. I think he's great. And there's a completely naked man and a completely naked woman, and you can tell it's the '70s. But it's like, and it didn't bother me one bit.
So the right away, so the stump bumps here.
Hmm.
I know we only give one bump for the whole movie, but
Hey, we do what we want. This is our show.
the you can see the mute dude's balls.
That is true. That's the part I forgot. Yes, when he's
Yes, when
the
he
guy. He goes,
jumps
that's
up and
my
runs.
old berry bush. That's
Yeah.
my. Sorry.
And then yeah, Brian's penis, which is pretty legendary. And the chick's bush.
which is beyond legendary. It's epic. I thought what was I gonna say about the in unison thing? And it was very random because not random when again the guy goes, "But are you a virgin?" If it's not a personal question, are you a virgin? There's nothing more personal than anything. And I'm like, because Jesus was supposed to be from a virgin birth, and that's the reason the guy was asking that question. Because if he knows the Judea law, the Messiah would come from a virgin birth, which was I thought, very um, poignant point of the story,
Yeah.
but they played it off as a joke, and that was very hard to do that kind of thing. Because I thought that was great.
Well, and I think
And
the something that they did really well is the subject matter they were talking about is pretty freaking serious. Like,
hmm
and to find any way to make any sense of light or humor to these topics, they did very well. Um,
yes,
and actually, when I was looking for the 5-star reviews, I came across a review from someone, Alec B, and I wanted to quote one part that I thought I couldn't have said this any better. But they said the film is also insightful in a way it mocks dogma and ideology. And
mm,
like they even had people walking through a field while a dude was herding sheep. Like
yeah.
even that, like, you know,
The on location thing, they apparently filmed this in Tanzania or something, and the whole the because that wasn't sets. They went
yeah,
somewhere to film these places. Um, the what was I going to say? Because you're talking about the group of people making fun of the pilot, because he has an R. And, oh, you know what? We skipped it because you said, "What about Biggest Dickus?" You were going to say something about that,
Yeah.
and I totally said it wasn't that funny. What were you going to say about that? Sorry.
Uh, the well, what was his mom? What did his mom say his dad's name was? Hornius Maximus.
Yes, Hornius Maximus. Yeah, I've got a friend. His name is Biggest Dickus.
And it's funny because the dude has a speech impediment and he can't say like R's and stuff.
Hmm.
And they just lean into that so hard. It was just so funny to me. And the fact that there was a dude named Biggest Dickus and he also had a speech impediment. And he's like,
With the
give me
S's.
the money. And he's like, shush, shush, shush,
Yeah.
shush, shush.
Yes. That and it was great that John Cleese was the straight man in that group of people because everyone plays multiple characters.
Yeah.
People think that Eddie Murphy was the first to do that with Nutty Professor. Nah, I was like, I mean, maybe people don't think that. Maybe I think people think that. Uh, I did like the end with the crucifixion, the crucifixion part
Hmm.
when that one guy who's the Joker says, "Oh no, no, I'm supposed to be set free. I'm just kidding."
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'm
then
Brian.
yeah,
No, I'm
Brian.
really not.
Yeah,
I'm not Brian.
I'm supposed to be up there. I'm not Brian. And they take him away.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just wrong. That's just, I mean, and the song, I knew the song at the end, the Bright Life. I did not know that song was written for this movie. I did not know it came from this movie. I thought it was an actual song.
Oh,
So I was like, wow. Oh, and I know I'm skipping here, but at the end, when John Cleese is talking to him on the cross saying that they're going to read a decree, you know, and then they walk away, they turn around and said, he's a jolly good fellow, and they start applauding him.
yeah.
And then John Cleese's Romans come up to release him. The two groups next to each other.
Yeah.
Did you see the stand-in guy that was supposed to be John Cleese, the tall black gentleman?
No.
That's yes. They didn't even try to hide it. They just have him there turn around. I'm like, what is that? I thought that was great. It was one of the best bloopers or blunders, even though I'm sure they did it on purpose.
You bastards! You bastards! Where is Braun and Nazareth?
Well, I think we've probably talked enough about this movie.
I know I overtalked you. I'm sorry, sir.
No, it's good. Let's go ahead and get into these 5-star and ones. The first 5-star review comes from Stephen C. Funny in 1 hour and 33 minutes with a whole lot of exclamation points, followed with the USA grossed over $150,200 with a whole lot more exclamation points.
Well, oh, we got to understand this was made in England, that the England people produced this. This wasn't made in Hollywood, just like all their stuff. But it grossed over 150,000? Not
150,
one,
yeah, $150,200, yeah.
not 1.5 million? What?
Nope.
Okay. I'm sure it cost more than that to make it. Maybe it didn't.
It was
Oh,
1979 or 8.
good point. Good point. The first 1 star or less review, let me tell everyone that one of these 1 stars or less is actually 1.5 because I only could find two. I could find third, but the third one had a word that I didn't want to repeat. So my LP over there has said I could have adjusted it, and he is right, and I thought about that, but I decided just to go against it. So sue me. Uh,
That's
number
Jason
one.
Smith, 197 Alpine Street, Destin, Florida, 05129.
The fact is, I've lived at that number, I've lived on that street, and I've lived in that city. So how'd you do that?
I don't know. I just.
That's insane. I don't know what zip code that is, but wow. Okay. You did say 179, right?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I
Okay.
literally
I
just
heard one.
grabbed and
Okay.
just, yeah.
If you said 197, that's not it, but 179. Anyways, Alpine. Wow. Okay. The first 1 star, the first 1 star less review comes from Unknown. A huge disappointment. The concept seemed ripe for irreverent, irreverent and witty commentary on religion, but instead we got tired jokes about speech impediments.
I thought they were funny.
I think I'll tell you about what I think at the end because we've said nothing but great stuff about it so far.
Hey, that's fair. Uh, the next 5-star comes from An Asen A. The Biggest Dickus scene make me laugh every time.
I can see that, especially if you're like
It's
15 or
childish
16.
humor,
Yes, it
and
is.
I'm
But
for it.
that's
I'm a
Monty
child.
Python. I mean, there's not much. I mean, there's some intelligence. Like, I mean, their golden goose is definitely, I think, the Holy Grail.
Mm,
Um,
yeah,
but the
that's
Holy
the
Grail didn't even have an ending, so this one at least had a finish. Uh,
Monty. The Holy Grail had an ending.
because of yeah, the 1976 English police went and arrested everyone for the murder of the dude. That it made no. It was like what this one at least ended with a crucifixion. Um, so it's a special occasion. We got 139. Add him 140 for special. It's Passover. We're gonna kill 100. Anyways, number two. Well, the second one-star review comes from Unknown. It's good, but it's so overrated it makes me hate it.
Okay. uh, the next 5-star comes from Mark C. Great plot. These guys were so far ahead of their time, especially with the Loretta slash I want to have baby scene. It's so funny throughout and highlights just how stupid we humans really are. Is it the secret to eternal life? I'm Brian, and so's my
And so
wife.
is my wife. Yes. That was in my head. I can hear that. I'm Brian. And so's my wife. We're all Brian. That was great. I didn't mean to cut you there, but I could feel that coming. It's just great. That was maybe I read it when I was doing my thing at some point or
Uh,
something. But the last one-star review comes from Unknown. All the unknowns, they don't want to put their name on their disgrace of this movie. Shame on you. If you were expecting another Holy Grail, Life of Brian will come as a massive disappointment. One of their worst films. It is also one of the worst of all time, of all films. One of their worst films. It is also one of the worst of all films. You would think, with the amount of time they had between Holy Grail and Life of Brian, that Monty Python could come up with something worthwhile, but they must have used everything up, making their BBC TV shows and Holy Grail. That was a lot to say. Not many words.
yeah. He that person said something. Uh, he's the right. Um, it is no Holy Grail. Like Monty Python's Holy Grail to me is their best work.
The
Um,
Holy Grail might be one of the best like comedies of like all time. So
yeah, it's brilliant. Um, but when I say it's like one of their worst films, honestly, I don't know. I think I've seen um a couple, like one or two of the other ones. I can't, they're escaping me at this moment, but whatever. To each their own.
I agree with you because I can't think of the names of them either. And I'm wondering, were they actually Monty Python movies or were they just like associated with Monty Python? Do I think they're Monty Python? Oh, I have to look into it because this is all Mel Brooks filling. This and Mel Brooks, they were
Yeah,
making
because
movies
like,
side by
is it the
side.
meaning of life?
The Meaning of Life, that is Monty Python. Yes,
Okay,
yes, okay. I think
I
it is.
yeah. All right. Anyway, the WTF is was the F. It's an unknown 4.5. Came to us on August 28th, 2020. Uh, I know so many people who came for the satiric take on religion, but stayed for the satiric take on radical left politics. Still holds up.
We were so close not getting political on this show for 2 years, and this idiot had to go.
Like, first off, they're British, so how is this a take on left hand politics if you're an American? Like,
Well, I think left politics are the same across the globe.
but
Um,
still.
but but I know the area he's talking about and mentioned earlier about the men having babies, whatever. That was one 14-second clip
Yep.
part of a hour and a half movie. I don't, you know what? Hey, they if they stayed for that, then as soon as that one episode, that one season was over, they needed to leave the show because there was a lot more to this movie than that. Not saying it's a great movie, but there was a lot. They were making fun of religion mostly.
Yeah. Well, now let's go ahead and find out how Rotten Tomatoes and the audience scored this movie. So Rotten Tomatoes has rated or scored this movie at a 96%, while you at home, the audience, you all rated this movie pretty freaking close at 93%.
That's kind of shocking to me, especially. I mean, apparently don't know who Rotten Tomatoes are because that they would rate this movie so high yet other movies so low. It's like, is it the nostalgia? Is
I
that
don't
what's
know.
going on with both of them?
I mean, it's not a bad movie, but I think it's a little high. Um, but hey, that's why we're about to go ahead and find out what Jason and I rate this movie ourselves. So why don't we go ahead and get into that now? All right, so I'll go ahead and kick us off. First off, yeah, why not? I'd recommend it to my surgeon. I mean, it's a good movie. I do have some issues. The audio is kind of soft, so I had to kind of really turn it up a bit to really kind of hear it. I didn't appreciate the grainy film. I don't like movies that are grainy. I really hate movies that are grainy. The lighting wasn't the best in a lot of the scenes. But with that aside, I think it's a fine movie. It definitely hit topics that I can see being controversial, and that's to me what comedy is for. To try to poke and jab at the seriousness of life, to try to bring some sort of humor to the joyless, I guess. With all of that in mind and everything that I've already talked about, this movie to me is two trees and a stump. However, because of the three tripoded nudity that we had, it gets a stump bump. So now I will give this movie three trees.
Now it's my turn.
Okay, I would recommend it to my surgeon. I think you're right in your estimation of this movie. It does poke fun out of some very serious things, and I can see why it was controversial when it came out. And I think it was actually banned in some parts of the United States, especially the Bible
Mm,
Belt. Um, I I was gonna say, oh yeah, about the lighting. Yes, I liked how it was not on set, on
location.
location. You could tell that was real. You could tell that was not fake. The fact they're out there doing that kind of stuff. I agree that some of the sounding was messing up, and maybe it's because I speak American English and they speak English, and they were talking. I'm like, what are they saying? Because the background noise was so loud, it was drowning out what they were saying. I had to put the subtitles on sometimes to understand. Like especially when the unison thing you were talking about, going back and forth, I had to rewind it to understand what they were saying. It wasn't clear, maybe because it's so old. But besides those small things, but what are you gonna do? It was a fine movie. It's not the funniest thing. I really appreciate it a lot more than I thought it was going to. I was disappointed that it wasn't up to the level of Holy Grail, but that's okay. And it is definitely get the stump bump because of the uh, the bush in the woods. Uh, and I was gonna make this a two tree, but the stump with the bush makes it two trees, one stump.
Hey, sometimes things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle, and this will help turn out for the best. And always look at the bright side of life. And come back to us on Monday and watch the next episode of Trees in Space. Until then, I've been Nate. That's been Jason. Take care, everybody.